Seeing a lot of times some situations where insurance companies don't always play fairly. In fact, more often than not. Have you seen in your cases situations where they actually hide or destroy evidence?
I have, unfortunately. I know you have as well. Being on the scene before state troopers or the police get there on a commercial motor vehicle wreck, that just screams that they're trying to do something. And unfortunately, when we try to get the documents necessary to try to prosecute these types of cases, those documents somehow go missing. In fact, I've actually seen documents that have been forged and been proven forged. And those are the type of tactics that you're having to deal with when you're trying to fight an insurance company. And those are just extremely unfair tactics. And then you got the situation where you have a life insurance policy maybe. The law is so hard on consumers now. The Supreme Court has made it to where basically an agent can tell you anything and everything to get you to buy this policy. And the Supreme Court puts it on you that when you receive a copy of the policy that you know exactly what that policy means for you as far as coverage. Well, on the flip side of that, they say you need a lawyer to prosecute these types of claims, but they're expecting the average Joe to go in there and try to know what this policy says. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, and it's a trap and a pitfall that a lot of clients run into. They think they have coverage. Their agent said it. Why shouldn't they? And in fact, buried deep in a very hard legalese language in the policy, in fact, it's not covered. So those are the type of offenses.
So am I correct that the law still is that even if the agent totally misrepresents and in fact admits that he lies to you, if you can read and write and understand the policy, you're bound by the policy, not by what the agent promised you?
That's exactly right. They promise you that X, Y, and Z are covered, and they're nowhere in your policy. It doesn't matter because they're going to put on you to read that 45-page policy that's given to you 30 days later, and then hold you to it and say you should have understood this language. When in fact it takes lawyers to litigate these types of policies and a court of law to interpret them, but yet they expect the general public to adhere and know what these policies mean.
Absolutely.